I'm lucky enough that God hasn't just called me; He's called my entire family. It makes me cry right there. Just to know that He's called my wife and to serve in the same place as He's called me, and to know that we're on the same page and we're working towards that together is a blessing in itself. I mean, Scott can say that Allison wasn't necessarily on the same page with him when he first got called to ministry, but God's called Jessica and I to serve in Uganda. Not full-time, Gary, Judy, don't worry about that. Not yet, anyways. But our hearts are there. I don't know why, but the first time Bucky came, it was shortly after we lost Collins. And we were trying to put this whole thing together in our mind as to why in the world would God take our little girl. And Bucky came, and if you guys remember, he spoke about adoption and his kids. All 5 of his kids are adopted. And it really opened up our eyes and our hearts to adoption and led us to believe that before we found out we were having Collins, Jessica and I were kind of on this, kind of the same heart where we felt like Colt was going to be our only child. You know, we were fine with that. We were there. Colt's going to be it. We're going to pour everything we have into Colt. And when we found out we were having Collins, it was a complete surprise. And it's just immediate. You just immediately have this love for this child you've never met before. And then when that gets taken away, it's heartbreaking. And then you have questions and all of this. And I truly believe that God gave us Collins to show that we have love in our hearts and that we're meant to be parents of more than one child. And through that, He's opened our hearts up to adoption. And many of you in this room have supported us thus far with raising funds for that. It's very expensive. We thank you for that. And it's a long road. There's been many ups and downs of literally being told, this is your child, to then a few weeks down the road saying, no, it's not going to happen. I mean, could you imagine that emotional roller coaster? So, adoption is one avenue to change a child's life, and then to turn around and that child change someone else's life. But the Benjamin House has many opportunities through child sponsorships and serving with them to change children's lives in other ways than adopting. Not everybody's called to adopt, but I fully believe that God has called my family to Uganda to serve 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 times a year. I don't know, as many times as we can afford to go. We're going to go. There's been a couple things that I've heard since going the first time that there's this kind of stigma with foreign missions that it's a vacation. You know, you're just coming up with an excuse to go to Africa. And it's not that. Guys, going to Africa isn't fun. 30 hours of travel time, 16 of which is on a plane ride, it's not fun. It's not fun taking cold showers. It's not fun being absolutely filthy dirty at the end of the day. It's not fun being in 90-degree heat and not being able to, go into the air conditioning whenever we want it, or have a cold bottle of water whenever you want it. It's not fun. But the joy that I get for doing what God's called me to do, it's indescribable. Everybody has a job. If you're saved, if Christ is your Lord and Savior, you all have a job. We all have the same job, and that's to share His Word and to do His work. Everybody in here has a job. God's calling you to do something. Whether you're listening to Him or not is up to you. But we're all called to do something. We're all called to go somewhere. Whether that's Flintstone, Rossville, Rock Springs, Africa, Cincinnati, we're all called to go somewhere. We're all called to do something. If you're not doing something, then you're just giving away. I'm just going to give a piece of advice that I've learned in the last year. If you're not in the Word, being teaching my Sunday school class, I love you guys so much. My Sunday school class is amazing, by the way. Being in the Word and teaching my Sunday school class, facilitating my class, I don't really do a lot of teaching, and then my D group, and then having guys in my life like Jody and Dave and Scott and David Watkins that push me to be in the Word. If you want to know what God has in store for your life, read His Word. Because if you're not reading His Word, you'll never know. Ever. You cannot know what He wants for your life unless you're reading His Word. Because it's made it plain as day to me. Reading His Word has made it plain as day. Me and my family are called to serve. In whatever capacity that is right now. It may change in the future. But right now it's Uganda. I just want to thank all of you guys for supporting us. Supporting the Benjamin House. I fully believe in the work that they're doing. Every penny that you guys send goes to do something productive. And all the gifts you've sent him, I know Bucky and his family appreciate it, but Uganda is an amazing, beautiful place with beautiful people. And just one story. We went into a little village called Najanakumbi, and literally Bucky told us, it's as easy as it gets. You're going to knock on a hut, and you're going to say, I got a story to tell you. Well, can you give me some time? And they're going to say yes, because they're very respectful over there. And he says, you're literally just going to say, have you ever heard about Jesus? I mean, it's very cut and dry. You're going to go to a hut, and you're going to tell them about Jesus. And who in here wasn't scared on the team? Oh, well, okay. But your nerves start getting you. You know, you're like, uh-oh, here we go. It's on. It's real now. So we went to this village. It took us 2.5 hours to get there. And it is isolated. And we went out with two team members, a Ugandan translator that we'd spent with that week, and then a church member that they had planted there in the village. And we went out, and we knocked on doors. And the first lady we came to was a Muslim lady. She had a kid, and her kid saw us and took off running through the banana trees. And she listened to us, and she didn't really have a whole lot to say about it and care about it. And we prayed for her and moved on. And then Lee and I had the amazing privilege of helping these two ladies that were in their 70s. We helped lead them to Christ. They were Catholic. And they were talking about, I'm Catholic, I believe in Jesus, I don't have a priest, this kind of stuff. And we explained to them the difference. And that she didn't need anybody but Christ. And they accepted Christ right there and then. When they told me, they were like, I'm ready. And I was like, well, okay. I looked at Lee, I was like, what do we do now? So, after we went through, and we went through 3 or 4 times with them, we were like, are you sure you understand what this means? Are you sure you understand that you're a sinner? Are you sure that you understand that He gave it all for you? And are you sure you understood that He rose again? And she's like, yes. And then that last time I told her, she almost got irritated with it. Like, she was almost like, yes, I've told you, yes. And I said, you're saved. You are now my sister in Christ. And she said, I have waited for years for someone to come here and just tell me the truth. See, people think that Africa or Uganda is a breached country. Their concept of the gospel, you wouldn't recognize. It's not the same. So we actually moved on to another hut, fired up, ready to go. We actually showed up 45 minutes late for the bus that day because we actually got the opportunity to lead another Muslim young man to Christ. And then he told me he was going to be nervous about telling his parents because over there, once he told his parents that he believed in Jesus, they were going to kick him out of the house. And we made sure that the lady that was at the church knew who they were, knew where they lived, and they could continue to minister to them and stay connected with them and get them to come to the church. But guys, every penny I spent, every ounce of sweat and blood, everything, that made it worth it. There were 3 people that I don't know, I still don't know, that God used us to tell them the truth. That I'll see one day worshiping the Lord forever and ever. And that's why we go. That's why we go.